Hello everyone. I don't know if you can see me yet. I'm just going to quickly see if I can look at the comments and see if anyone's there at the moment. Oh hi, yeah, we've got people here waiting. That's brilliant.
Oh hi, yeah, we've got people here waiting. That's brilliant. Oh hi, yeah, we've got people here waiting. That's brilliant.
Sorry, my speaker's on. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Sorry about that. Hilary, hello, and Anne, thanks so much for coming along. Having a little chat yourselves there. Well done. So on the top chat it says there's 3, but there's only 2 of you. I've no idea, Hilary. Don't know how these things work, unless someone else is watching but they're not commenting. Anyway, you okay? Everybody having a good day? Norman's digging out a tree. Look, if he feels safe digging the tree, Anne, let him carry on with it. He's a very fit 77. Okay, so anyone been crafting this morning? What you been up to? I wasn't late. I started bang on 2:30. It just takes a little bit of time to come through, Hills. So I don't know who else is available. I've been talking to a few people this morning on a Zoom chat, and I know they've had to get off and do a few things, so they're not going to be watching, but it's nice to have my 2 loyal supporters here. So Hills, you've been washing, okay. Cheryl, hello, how are you? So I think I'll crack on, and then if anyone else joins us, they'll be able to see what's been going on. So today's video came about because I was tidying up my desk, sorting through piles of stuff, and I've got my bits box. I call this my bits pot, if you like. So very often when I'm making things, any little bits just get thrown in here, and there are times when I'm looking for something and I find them in here that I think, oh, that will do really well for a video sometime, or another card or whatever, and I drop it in there so that it's sort of there for future reference. So I was going through it. I've also got this as well, which you'll notice is a takeaway carton. So I looked all through at the old backgrounds I'd also made and sort of put to one side for future use. So I can do something with all of these, but I couldn't find anything in my pots that matched these. And then I came to this one and I thought, right, that one will match in with some flowers that I've got in here. I've got some flowers and leaves. I need to hunt through to get all the bits. And I thought I'll try and make a card with these. So when you try these little experiments, keep hold of these bits. Don't bin them because they often come in useful. So I'll probably do something with that. That looks like enough. Is there anything in there that's... No, I think that's going to do us. So I'm going to pop those bits over there. That's lovely, but only a tiny little bit. This is lovely too, but very bright, and I didn't have anything that went with this just at the moment. So I thought we'll go with this. Okay. Or you put some lentils in your soup. Oh, you know I'm a lentil addict at the moment, don't you, Anne? Okay, now I also found these bits of cardstock, and I thought, well, they go well because this colour is Gorgeous Grape, and I'm sure that that was stamped in Gorgeous Grape. So I thought what I might do is use Gorgeous Grape as my background. It might set it all off, because it does need, I think you'll agree with me that this does need a dark colour to make it pop. So I remember how I did this background, and it was really amazing. I'm not going to do it now because it will take a while and it needs to dry, so it wouldn't be any good me showing you, but I'll explain how I did it. Yeah, I bet you do, Hills. So this is watercolor paper, and I used the flat side. But this is like textured on one side. I used the other side. I took some just ordinary ink pads. Now looking at that, I would guess that I used Blushing Bride, which is a pink. I would say that's probably Balmy Blue, and I think this might be Fresh Freesia or maybe Highland Heather. And it looks like I've got a bit of green in here, so that was probably Soft Seafoam. I think I've put 4 colours on. Then I used a brayer on the ink pad, and I just pressed it, just rolled it on in just like 3 or 4 places, each colour in a different place, and then I just simply sprayed it with water and left it to dry, and that's what happened. I just think it's a great effect. So it's very easy to do, but as I say, you do need to leave it to dry. So Cheryl says, I cased your card using octagons and gilded flakes. It was fun. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'd forgotten all about that. That was a while back, wasn't it? Yeah, I used it for a class, Cheryl, and my girls really, really enjoyed that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this down to the size I would use for my cards. So my card base is 5 3/4 by 8 1/4, and I think I'll use this colour to back it as well. So if I make that one 5 1/2 by 8, let's just cut a piece like that, and then I'm going to do this piece 1/4 inch smaller than that. So this needs to be 5 1/4 by 7 3/4. So I've cut this down to a usable size now. Yes, that's A5, Hilary. Now I've got a feeling if I just place this just onto the paper, I think it's going to get a bit lost. So I think that's where I'm going to use my bits here to try and break this up a bit. So if I take 3 different widths, I'm not sure, and you might want to help me here and say whether you think, I think that would probably break it up enough, or would I have that one? Is that, right? I think these 3 sizes work, or I could do those 3. And I think these 3 are better. And do you think I should go narrow to, oh, they're the same width. I might take one of these down then. I want to make these sort of odd, so they go, I don't know, maybe, yeah, something like that. I think the narrowest, about the same, isn't it? I think I'll take a little bit off the width of that one. I don't actually think that's straight anyway. The wide one at the bottom. Thanks, Anne. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll put, I think we'll do it something like that. Yeah, I think so. And if I cut those off, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's just take that off there. You notice I'm just using my finger as a measurement. No, I'm not actually going to measure. And then that one there. Measuring with my fingers. I've got to be careful I don't cut my fingers off. Okay, so I think we'll go for that. Perhaps take a little bit off the edge of that one. Like so, and a bit more off that one. A little bit off the end. Right, I think that will take the plainness off of my background and stop my flowers and leaves getting lost. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to mount my background onto my piece of backing. Let's just check I've got those sizes right. So that's, yeah. So just to save cardstock, I'm going to cut the middle of this out because it's a shame to waste all that card in the middle. So I'm going to do my little trick where I turn my trim around to face me. I'm going to bring this up to the 1/2 inch mark. Bring it down. Before I put it right down, move my cutting blade to the 1/2 inch mark here. And I'm going to come down to the 7.5 mark so that I know it's 1/2 inch from the bottom. And I stop there. Turn it round 180 degrees. Bring it back to the 1/2 inch mark here again. Close it down, and I know it's already in the right place. Bring it up to the 1/2 inch, and then I just turn it once. Bring it back up to the 1/2 inch mark, and then I come down to 5 inches, which is exactly where the cut mark is from before. Hello, darling. How lovely to have you along. Great. I'm so glad you caught me. So I think we're a bit thin on the ground today. Everybody seems to be busy today. But it's a lovely day, so I'm not surprised people have gone out. So that gives me my piece of card to make a nice border on that. And I've got all of that card to use for something else. Okay, now I find it easier to use tear and tape or double-sided tape, whatever you prefer to call it, to stick this on. And I normally just pop it on all the way down. Take an old gift card, credit card, or anything you've got, just to tear the corners nice and straight. You're fussy cutting flowers from DSP, darling. Well done. Which DSP are you using? Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, I'd be very grateful for the thumbs up. Okay, so that's all my double-sided tape stuck down, and then just take off the 4 corners like so, and that means I can get it on here. Yeah, the thumbs up is underneath the video, Hilary, so that we get thumbs up on the figures. Thank you. So now I can get rid of all the little bits of tape like so. There we go. So that's stuck my piece of backing paper down, and I really think that looks so much better. It's really helped those colours to pop. And then I'm going to pop this onto my A5 card base. I don't really think it makes much difference which way up I do this. I'll pop these on and just see if it does make any difference. I think yeah, I think that first way up is as good as any. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Thank you, darling. I think you missed when I was describing it. It's a piece I found. These are all bits I found in the pot I keep, you know, where you chuck all your things you've cut out and you don't need them after all. And then I've got a pile of like backgrounds I've made in the past, and this was just by using a brayer to put down some ink all over a piece of watercolor card, and then I think I used 4 colors, laid it down, and then just spritzed it with water so that all the colors bled into each other, and then left it to dry. And I sort of did oh, I don't know, half a dozen or so one day. And you know what it's like, you make these things because you're in the swing of it, and then they get put in a pile, and when they're dry you put them away, and then you kind of sort of forget about them. So I was in a mood for finding things and trying to use them. Your bits are taken over the desk. It gets a bit like that sometimes. There we go. Well done, Hills. I knew you'd get there. Okay, so that's my base down, and straight away this has really brought this background to life, I think. Now the other thing I think I'm going to do, just to give it a little bit more of something, is to just very lightly stamp some text on here. And to do that I'm going to use Very Versailles, which is this bit. This is gorgeous. It just gives it a little bit of interest. So let's grab a block to pop this on. Go on there. It's probably not quite wide enough. I'm going to need my big block. That's it. Now I don't want this to really show up a lot, so I'm going to use Blushing Bride, which I'm sure is the original colour I use there, so that it's going to be quite faint. So I'll just grab a piece of scrap paper to just try this out on. I don't want to spoil this. This will do. I just want to see how dark this ink is. Right, I think I'll stamp off and then stamp it on there. So let's stamp it off and then just very, oh no, maybe it's a bit too light, isn't it? So let's just pop, yeah, that's fine. I think I don't need it any darker than that. That's it. We're just going to bring a little bit of interest in here and there. Just like so. That's all it needs. So straight away, it's brought some more interest to it. Oh, sorry about wiggling the camera there. Just trying to steady it for you. Oh gosh, my arm looks horrible there. Okay, so let's get my tweezers and bring these pieces in and see what we can do with these shapes. So the pink ones are the largest, so I think we'll work with those the first. I usually find if you place your larger things first, the other bits come together. So let's pop one of those pink ones in the middle, and we'll just loosely pop one either side, coming from the same point, and then we'll go with the next size, and we'll just tuck these in one or two little places just to see what we can build up. Got no idea how this is going to turn out. I like to tuck things in where there's a little gap. So we can peep that one out of there. Let's just go for the darker ones. So we'll tuck those in somewhere now. Let's go like so. Am I inspiring anybody to do this? Hilary says, what about the purple strips? I'm just deciding where to put this, and then I'm going to put my strips on. I didn't want to put those on first because I need to stamp a stem as well. So I thought we'll just think about where I'm going to put these, and then we'll come back and, you know, I think I'll pop that under that one. Pop that there. Got this one to come in. Just do that one like so. And then the leaves, I can stamp a stem down the middle here, and I've got the stem from the tulips. These tulips came from this set. They were cut out, they were stamped, and then I used my punch to cut out the big ones, and then that's for the leaves. And then from that set, I'm going to use this curved stem, which is going to go in the middle somewhere. So I'll have some leaves coming off of that, like so. Not quite sure how many at the moment. We'll sort that out in a minute. Maybe something like that. Looks like I've got 2 colours of leaves here. And then these leaves we can tuck in here and there as we, yeah, so that's the look I'm going for. So I definitely think we do need these behind it, otherwise it's going to get lost. Okay. So pop that, and the stem's going to get lost behind that, but I don't think it'll matter. Yep. So there we go. That's my initial plan. It's quite possibly going to change as we build it up, as these things too, but I just wanted to get a rough thing down before I actually started sticking things. So we'll pop this on my block. And incidentally, I mean, I do this all the time, but I don't explain why. When I mount my stamps, I always put them this way up, so the base is up, and then I put my block down on it. Because with these photopolymer stamps, if you pick it up, you can distort it. I could make that straighter, and I like the curve in that. So I wanted to make sure I got that curve as it is. So that's why I put the stamp down and pick it up with the block. So the two colours here, I reckon are, I think that must be Granny Apple Green, and I think that one is Pear Pizzazz. And it looks like I've got, yeah, I think I've got both colours. What do you think? Do you think I should go for this one? That's A, or B for my stem? So A or B? Votes, please. A, B. I'm moving towards A. Oh, Cheryl's gone for B. Right, so we've got one for B. Yeah, they both match the leaves, darling, because these are, I've got, look, that's Pear Pizzazz and that's Granny Apple Green. Right, so we've got 2 for B, 3 for B. The B's have it. Okay, so there we go. That's it, that's fine. So I'll pop this down. So I think that was going to go there. Not much of the stem showing, but it gives the illusion we know it's there by seeing the middle bit. Pop them like that, I think. Might just cut a little bit more off of that one. It's amazing what you can do with scraps, things you find on your desk. I think it's always a good idea not to throw them away, just get them out and have a play with them and see what you can do. Because I would never have thought of putting these across it until I actually saw the bits there. Just adds a bit more interest. And I definitely think these bits of text help too. So what's on the menu besides soup tomorrow, Anne? Or is that not for tomorrow? Is that just something you've made for the week? Like I do. Just use my bone folder there to get that down. That's it. So let's pop the there, and I'm just going to put some leaves in the top just to see where I'm going to, how high this goes, so that I can see where I'm going to put my first tulips. I think that's probably, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stamp this over the top of this one. I know we're not going to see much of it on the mauve, but we'll see a bit of it. So if I just grab a post-it note. Oh, that's good, Cheryl. You thought exactly the same as me. I think it would. So I'm just gonna, I don't want to go over it, but I want to line it up, don't I? Right. So if I put that, right, let's get my head over this and make sure I don't go out of line. Sorry about that. Hello, Esther. Good to see you. Right. Oh, yes. Can't believe that worked. So what I'm doing, Esther, is using up some scraps from my desk. Some bits of flowers and cards and a piece of background paper that I created some time ago. I know you're familiar with doing this yourself. Okay, so where did my other tulip go, please? Can someone tell me where the other pink tulip went? Did you see where it went? Is it stuck to oh, it's stuck to the back of my post-it note. Oh, great fun. So I think if we go yeah, we're going to go about there. Pop these in. And let's just get these back where we thought we might pop them. So Anne's having a buffet: chicken, roast beef, honey roast ham, quiches, pizzas, salads, and of course the garlic bread for Callum. Yeah, definitely. And he is the pizza lover too, isn't he? Hope it's his favourite pizza. Pop that one in there. Just peeping out from there, maybe. And we'll pop another one behind here. Let's pop this one here first and then pop that one in, like so. I think that's enough flowers, and then we can bring the leaves in here. So I'm going to pop the leaves in. So what's Esther been up to today? I bet you've been pegging washing out because it's such a lovely day. I know Ruth has. I've been speaking to her this morning. Pop that one there, I think. Let's choose a bit of a shorter one, I think. I think it's the same length, but never mind. Like so if I'm just going to put the very base, stick the very base of these tulips down. Esther's done hardly anything. Wow, that's lovely. But that's what Saturdays are for. Right, so let's just pop that down here. Perhaps up like that a bit. Tuck my paler one in. I'm just sticking the bottoms of these down because it makes it easier to tuck things in and around later. Pauline's bringing the pizza. Oh, well, she's bound to bring Callum's favourite, isn't she? Okay, so we'll pop this one in next. So how many are coming tomorrow? Will Georgia be able to come? Because you've got enough to feed an army there. Yeah, I knew your washing would be out. You deserve to get a lie in too, Esther. You're always up every day busy. Oh, Jim's made a cake. What kind of cake did he make? Oh, she's bringing pudding. Sorry, I missed that question about pudding. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we'll pop some leaves in. Ooh, somebody's making you a card. Can't wait to see that video. Oh, I think it's so great that your boys get in the craft room and make stuff for you. I think that one that Matt made, making your Valentine card, was just out of this world. He was so funny. It was just great. Oh, fruitcake, yeah, I remember now. He got the hang of it and decided he'd make that his signature cake. This is so relaxing, just finding bits and tucking them in. And it's a lot easier than real flower arranging, which I cannot handle at all. I'm useless. Useless with a bunch of flowers. Pop that in there. So is he doing it on his own, making your card on his own, or do you think Matt might go in and give him a bit of advice, you know, because Matt's an old hand now. I'm not sure what I might put that there. you think this needs another leaf at the bottom? Oh, hello, Shirley. Lovely to see you. You're having a rest after hoovering. Right, okay. So you're hoovering before your son comes over. Right, okay. You might have to hoover after he's gone as well. So, Matt did help him. Great, that's great. So what do we think about that? Should we go, am I going with this, do you think? Do you want me to move those couple of leaves? Are they all right? Where did I put them? Have I stuck them all down? Can't remember what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, I've got this one here. Oh yeah, it was these two, wasn't it? What do you think? Am I okay with these, do you think? I don't know whether that's oh yeah, I think I'll tuck it in like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Do you? Oh well, I'm going with that. Okay, so then I'm just gonna pop a greeting up here. Let's see what I can find that will fit in there. So look at my special moments set. This has been invaluable. This one I got from the last celebration book. Look at that, Anne. You thought of that exactly the same time as me. So these are so good. These so many sentiments here, and they're quite small as well. So when you have got something like this that's a little bit full, you can usually find something that will fit. So I'm going to pop that on there towards the top. So I think I'm going to have to pop it. Yeah, actually, Shirley, I will let you know that Timeless Tulips is actually going to be retiring. It's not going to be in the new catalogue. That might be why it's unavailable already. Maybe stock's already exhausted, which is a shame because it's such a lovely stamp set. I've really enjoyed playing with that one. That's right, yeah, they did more or less cover it, but you can see it's kind of there, Cheryl. Just humour me. Okay, so let's find a little tiny bit of basic white cardstock. There's a little bit there. I thought I had two really small bits I could have used. Okay, now then, question is, I could use any of these stamps to put that happy birthday. What colour do you think? Purple ribbon bow might look nice around the stem. I was thinking of white embossing it, Cheryl. My only problem is I don't want, if I heat emboss this, the glue might come away. Oh, now you've said white embossed as well. Okay, what if I think I might emboss it on here then and stick it on. That's what I'm going to do because I don't want to risk the glue coming off. So how would I put a ribbon? I can't put it round the stem, can I? What do you think? While you're thinking about that, I'll get my embossing ready. Good job, I got some white embossing powder. Right, I'm going to put my heat gun on. Sorry about the noise, girls. Right, that's warming up. I like that. Bow, not bow. A bow, not Bo Derek. Where's that piece of paper I just put there then? What did I do with that? Oh, there it is. Oh! Quick recovery, that, wasn't it? Wasn't quite how I intended to cover that, but you know, it worked. Right, it's just get rid of the embossing powder that I got on there, which actually was minimal. I can't believe that. There you go. I just heat set that. Right, just for you, Esther, the big scissors, who happen to be called Ellie, the same as me, because I know you just love them. I used to play cricket, Cheryl. Not really, but you know, good catch and all that. Okay, let's pop my embossing buddy away before that drops on the floor. Bring this back in and pop it on there. Nasty bits on my tweezers. Right, I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on there. Which just have to do with a couple of these corner bits because I can't find any others at the moment. I knew you'd love it if I brought my big scissors in, Esther. Anne says, anyone for coffee and an apple and cinnamon hot cross bun? Wow, I've never heard of a apple and cinnamon hot cross bun before. I don't mind a cup of tea. Not very good at coffee in the afternoon. Okay, so pop that up there. Because I didn't heat emboss straight onto the card, there's no glue coming away. Okay, so let's go and get some ribbon then. You know, I don't have a huge amount of ribbon, so hang on a minute. Okay. Well, the only current Stampin' Up ribbon I've got that would match is this one. But I don't know whether it'll be a bit too thick. So I'll tie a bow and we'll see what it looks like, whether we think it's too thick or not. I've got some others which are not Stampin' Up, so they're narrower. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? I've lost my touch, girls. That's it. I think it needs to be quite titchy. So, do we think here? What do you think of that? Is that, do you think that's okay size-wise? So white, I'll do a little white one. Hang on. When you said up a bit, I think you meant up the stem, but I'm bringing it up towards the camera as well. Oh dear. So that's like that, and then I'll just do the white one. So purple under the flowers, or white under the flowers. Oh, let's bring that down a bit. So do we like the white or the purple? Look, I wrote on there gorgeous grape just in case I'd forgotten. That was a long time ago. It was probably when the gorgeous grape colour, I was going to say when it first came in, but that was too long ago. It must have been just when the ribbon first came in, just so that I didn't get it muddled up. Right, so we're all voting for purple. Okay, purple it is. Thank you, ladies, for your input. Very much appreciated. Just want to make this bow slightly smaller. And we're going with a glue dot, aren't we? Right, I'm going to use these glue dots that I got in got these in some sort of kit with something. I can't remember what, so I might as well use them up. Now, I don't find, when I put them on the back of there, I don't find it works ever so well. So I'm going to put them here on the back of the flat ribbon. And I know I haven't taken the back off yet. I'm just checking that out. I'm just checking. I might put 2 more on the back of the actual bow part as well, just to make sure they do stick. Has anyone had these before? I think they might have come out of a, would it have been a paper pumpkin kit? I never bought one of those, but somebody did give me one. Okay, so here we go, girls. Oh, that's worked a treat. Yeah, that's stuck now. Right then. Let's just try and tidy up the edges of my desk here. Get rid of all my bits and pieces. Make it look a little bit tidier. Oh gosh, do you know what? I forgot to shut my window. I meant to shut it before I started because of the noise of the traffic. But it's nice to know that you actually heard Songbird. Do you know what bird it was? Any idea what the bird was, Esther? We usually only get magpies here, and they're not very nice, and the songs aren't very nice either. I'm going to lift that up because I think it needs bringing up into the light a bit better. So I hope you've enjoyed that today, and I hope it expires. Oh, goodness me. I hope it inspires you all to look in that bit pot. For those of you who missed it at the beginning, I'm going to bring it on because it's quite nice. You know, all these like bits and pieces, tiny little bits. And then the, you know, the background's pile is a different thing. But I had all these sort of bits in here that we sorted through. I used Royal We, and found the right things for this card. We just added to the background with the stamp, etc. So yeah, that's today's card, using up my bits. Thank you all very much for joining me today, and as usual I will be linking my online shop and the online downloadable catalogues for you. And yeah, I think you're all subscribed, you've all clicked the like button. Nothing else for me to say really, except thanks again for coming along. See you next week, girls. Bye bye for now.